Good morning, class. This is Mr. Reimer, making a little video for you here while I'm away on a sick day. And I just wanted to make this video just to review a few of the things that we were working on with our Chloe puppets in Adobe Character Animator. Now you'll remember that we have the Chloe puppet right here that we were working on in Adobe Character Animator. I've clicked on her and I click Add to Scene to create a scene with that character. You can see here she comes live, and if we turn on my mic and camera, we get that little pickup. Remember, you have to initially set your scene up, so you can see we've got this little circle here where my face is, and looking directly at Chloe. Always when you're about to do an acting take, you set a rest pose. There she is. She's now centered on me, and she's going to follow my head movements and what other behaviors I have armed here on the right hand side under properties. Now you'll remember, and you should all be past this point, that you have a couple of different audio things that you've downloaded. You should be dropping your audio in here, and you should already be at the point where you've exported your take one. So your take one is you select your Chloe Photoshop puppet and the audio that you've downloaded from YouTube, and you go to Timeline, Compute Lip Sync, Take from Scene Audio. And it's going to run that. This is your take one. Now, I'm just going to go through the whole process of exporting your takes, because I know that some of you forget this between classes. So if we go back here, go to the beginning, and you press play.
Yes, you did. It looks amazing. Look at that. That looks like what you would buy from a store.
So you can see that my character puppet is doing the lip sync first take using the imported audio. So that's take one. We have not edited it. We have not touched it. We have not fine-tuned it. What you're going to do for take one, and you should already have done it, is go File, Export, and then you'll export it via Adobe Media Encoder, which is a separate program. I'm going to click on that. It'll prepare the scene. For me, I'm going to just for the moment put it on my desktop, but really you should be exporting it to your Google Drive, to Classes, to IDM 30S, and into your Character Animator folder. And that's where this this first take should go. And remember, the name convention is last name underscore first name underscore Chloe underscore take one, right? Each of these is going to be named with that naming convention. That is part of your marks. You'll notice as I've kind of been handing things back to you, you do get marks taken off if you have not followed the correct naming conventions. It's a super important part of learning to work in any sort of professional organization or visual effects house or interactive digital media company. Naming things properly is super important. So we're going to hit save, and it's going to take a little bit of time for Adobe Media Encoder to open up. So I'm going to keep talking a little bit while that goes on. Now, you remember that your take two involves using the slider here to really get in close, and you're going to be kind of going in and removing and adjusting the audio based upon what you see here. So if I press play, I can use spacebar to stop at any time. So I got this weird little orphan F here with no real actual audio associated with it. You remember that to silence things, you right-click on them in the timeline and you hit silence. And you're going to go through either adjusting and choosing new visemes for that particular sound as you're working through it, kind of word by word, viseme by viseme, and also silencing anything that isn't your character's actual audio. Once you have fully edited a full pass through of your audio, first pass to get rid of weird sounds, second pass to silence other voices, and third pass to really clean up, sort of matching the character mouths to what's being said at the time, then you will export your take two. So I'm going to go now because Adobe Media Encoder has opened up, and I'm going to just run through how I want you to export each of these using this first example. So you'll notice when I open this up, we have the scene, Chloe, Photoshop 3, output volume, so this is what I'm calling it. I want you to make sure that you've clicked this little drop down button and you've chosen YouTube 480p SD as your preset for the video style. Once you have chosen the YouTube 480p preset, because that keeps it nice and small, it's going to be an MP4, and then you hit play to begin the queue of rendering this or encoding this video. It will take a little bit of time. It will encode the entire video and output it to wherever you have chosen, in my case, Google Drive, My Drive, Classes, IDM30S Character Animator folder, to put this video. This is take 1. Once you finish take 2, which is cleaning up the mouth animations to the audio, that's take 2. Take 3 is what I'm going to demonstrate right now. I'm going to actually do take 3 in a separate video so that if any of you need to reference it, I'm going to actually go and embed it on our classroom. So I'm going to play it now, but if you need to go look at it later after you've watched this video initially at the start of class, it's going to be on our classroom stream.